So some of the stream. Oh, this is practice. Share screen. It's just wishing some members in the Bear Den a happy Father's Day. The stream is finished. I don't think so. I certainly do not think so. This is an expired. So I would like to share this screen. Yes. Thank you. Okay, so when I here's the thing. So when I clock out off the floor, I'm put in my punch card, get my shit, leave the trading floor. I never log off. I just didn't do it. I never do it. I either chart, like I have a meeting, haven't had one of those in a while. A lot of shit's going on, and so what I can control, what I can do is just keep going. I'm gonna start mauling it, because that's what I'm trying to do right here. And so back to charting, I do an unhealthy amount of charting and geopolitical, financial research. So that shit's important. You don't have to, pay $10,000 for a Bloomberg terminal to get Bloomberg news. That's where I get my news from. All like they see it too. One time this homie was like, "Oh, the manipulation is just crazy," or something. And I'm like, "Yo, okay, that's my confirmation that I like y'all." Just call it like it is. So, I've been charting SPY, Starbucks, PLTR, mostly those three. I've been scanning, not even scanning, like studying them. Like they become serious studies. Starbucks was a 3-month study, and then I said I was going to just, you know what I mean? But it's just still playable. But I was charting those until my eyes were fucking bleeding, right? So we're always going to play SPY, maybe a little bit of SPX, but I want to see some individuals that can not only just be swung, but like that can be played as a 0 DTE with the option to swing. So if we're able to load up on, ideally 3 contracts, but at least 2, but really ideally 3. The 3, the 3 con trim strategy that I have is really simple. You take profit immediately at 20% no matter what. And with 3, the German 3, but with 3, I wonder how they count down. They probably count down like this. So if this is the German 3, this should be the German 3. Okay, so when we have 3, okay, 20% trim. Second, 40. If you're trying to protect capital, just earn it. Put at 40, maybe even 60 because my plays go deep in profit. And then boom, you have the option to leave this at a break-even price, or if you're deep in the money, right? Set a little bit of an aggressive stop, but break even, you're gonna, But if you, 100% of the time, when you take a play from me, 99% of the time, it's gonna hit, and it's gonna hit fast. Well, hitting fast to me is like 5 to 10 seconds, which does happen, but on average, my plays hit 5 to 10 minutes. So if I'm stuck in a trade, that's not very common. Because 0 DTE, like, it's just boom, just intraday. Find the trend, develop, to set up a range, right? Where price action, right, will dictate the movement, so the price movement of the market. Eventually, you'll find a trend setup. And then once you find a trend setup, you find a range, you see the potential ranges that could break top side or bottom side, right? A certain level is tested and then gets rejected. But then it goes back and retests it. Like, you will see that, and then that's something to remember, because later you might see that again. Oh, it hit so and so, such and such EMA. Oh, it bounced off the flop, VWAP, right? So, when I started, I simply didn't even dip my toes in. I just jumped in the water. I knew it was going to be cold, it's not like I jumped in thinking the water was going to be warm. No, because there's that saying, first one's free. My first one, I don't think it was. So anyway, I would just go by each day. I would just find a new range, a new level, right? I would almost treat that as another trading day. It's like, all right, boom. Just switch my brain, be like, all right, let's pretend that this new range is a new trading day. And then I have what happened earlier today, is simple back testing like it was the night before. We can trick our brains into thinking anything. That's why people can trick themselves or make them believe in a lie. Whether they're in denial or if they just simply don't see it, to even be able to be in denial of it. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, Alo recommended this. And I was like, NASA has a stock? But no, they don't. This is something I just learned, you know. Um, so it's a space ETF. So what would be tied to NASA? SpaceX, brothers. So I was like, good play. Clean fucking chart too. Clean fucking chart. Like this was missed out money. This was missed out easy money. So good eye, Hal. Wish it was brought to my attention sooner. However, I still like what I see. Okay, so a new uh, talk about break of structure, right? And this is from the 12th. This this trend really began. Well, hold up. Mhm. But then this trend is invalidated because a new one begins. Look at that huge fucking gap up. Okay. And then, dudes, it's just boom. SpaceX died. I got in a little bit under 200. Maybe I'd have to check, but it was under 200. And then I got in at the dip a little bit. I'm just DCA, I'm building up my son's port, just taking small profits from uh, from what I make in options into an investment account because I know how to invest. All right, so check it out. I mean, it's just really easy for me to pick up that it's just so clean. Just to go back down, it goes a lower leg here. It's great. So this this right here, that was to set up this trend right here. This trend set up. I wonder if I have to go soon. I'm getting like nervous. I these colors not for me. Not for me. Colors matter to me. Let's make it easier for y'all to see. All right, this is better. Is it though? Shit, I don't know if it is. Well, this should not be good. All right, this has already been pointed out that this break of structure to set this range. Okay, well, break of structure again, and then here we go. Okay, so here's something that I've been picking up fucking everywhere. The Batman is taken, so calling it the kitty ears. This shows up in everything, everywhere. It's wild. The volatility of the market, which gap ups, right? Gap ups from market close to the next session can be picked up. Risky as hell, right? But whenever you see these sharp pivots forming, I'm talking about every single time frame, every single following candle, if you can pick this up on the shorter time frames, you really got to see. You kind of have to get lucky, to be honest, right? But if you're looking at a shorter time frame, okay, the pivot happens fast. It does. Fast meaning like you're gonna probably see it closer to the candle close, because the next candle is going to be the big move. So you can catch the big move, right? But what I'm saying is that you can even predict it just by that pivot. And then you can just be like, all right, I'm going to go long. Because once this is confirmed, so if you're stuck in a trade, right? Say you're short, you're taking all this. That's what's up. Cool. You went short, right? And there's a possibility that you're able to see the beginning of that pivot at the market session close. That's the point that I'm trying to make. But when you see that pivot made on the next following candle, that always makes a strong move. Top side, bottom side don't matter, either side, right? Horizontal side going to the right, it's in this case because the pivot on the EMAs sharply goes up. This is going to. Where the fuck does it go? What in the fuck? Just imagine. I gotta take out these EMAs. Probably making people dizzy. I actually don't even need EMAs because I started learning on a naked chart with just volume, and then I found this beautiful thing called volume stack that worked as a confirmation once VIX started acting really fucking VIX under 20. I mean, 19, it's doable. But VIX has recently been VIX has actually been surprisingly working. Got manipulated one time and I caught it on a live screen record trade. Kitty ears, right? Here we go. It just, once you see it happening, you know what's going to happen. It's really that simple. That's really how simple it is. Once you find a trend develop, you're going to see this. And when you see it, you take it. This does not happen on this day. This day was probably ass. So whenever you see a really big move like this, is crazy. Whenever you see something like this, or like this, I mean, huge big structure. Wait for this to show up. Okay? Just check it out, guys. If anything, you would be able to catch something that was somewhere up here, because maybe the trend's going to continue. Be able to catch all this. And this was probably nasty chop. Well, hold on, let me see the volume. Okay, no, this was on high volume, guys. Okay, so this was nasty chop. Going by volume. Right, going by volume. Strictly by volume alone, and the wick action, I should say the wick structure, to me, can indicate that the wick action was ass. So look, you see two tests here, boom, boom, and then boom, three tests though, right? But these two candles were red when they tested it. And this candle that tests it, it's a green candle. Next candle opens above, might have dipped down, pushes back up. Where does it push back up through? Through the third test, on when the third test happened on this green candle. Then, still on shitty volume, on this candle right here that gets rejected, this candle opens above. You have it even wick up here, and it pushes down. These are 15-minute candles, by the way. Okay, so this probably wasn't fun being in such shit volume. Okay, but you can see by each candle who won that candle. I love volume 6. And then this candle opens below, pushes up. Guys, I mean, it would be painful to be holding a trade during this. However, if you know what's going to happen just by based on the trend setup that's been working for just like forever, because I back tested it for a while and it's just like, wow, now just picking up on this, right? And the fact I'm seeing it everywhere, I'm seeing it in individuals. It's pretty wild and crazy. Hey, let's check it out though. Start doing drawings. All right, so what was I trying to? Okay, this is what I was trying to point out here. Okay. All right, here we go. So this candle, this red candle, opens. Well, first of all, let me get you guys to see what I was talking about. All right, so right there. Okay, cool. I like that. Okay. All right. It, um, these are going to be like close enoughs. All right, guys, because I have astigmatism. Oh, fucking, it sucks. It even affects the way I fucking park the fucking car. So these are going to be approximate, all right? These are close enough. 33.91 became a key level. Why? Why? Let me tell you why. Let me show you why. All right. And this is without indicator EMA. This is like how I would just like normally Yumi. I don't even know why I have this. So the significance is this sets a range for me because something happened twice on the same level. What happened? What happened? You see it. I already like explained it, but now you see it, right? Now you see. Do you see? Do you see? Is it now? Okay, cool. That's all right. And then we see it a third test, but it's on a green candle. See, that's that's shit you gotta like pick up on. Listen, if it looks close enough, then be like, all right, it's close enough, or just be like, all right, let me set a line to make a level, and be like, oh yeah, shit, that's not just close enough. That's pinpoint, exact, right? This is close enough. And then you get the next candles. The next candles here. Volume kind of picks up here. Sellers want that, but then that's a huge rejection because here, right here, That's a big rejection because the candle opened below and it pushed back up. And it went through this level of resistance. That's key now. It's a key level of resistance because the bulls were even able to, they were even able to test it. And they claimed that test by opening slightly above, ever so slightly above, and it opened green, closed green, right? This volume is ass, though. This volume is ass, though. So, and this leads into a failed bearish move. And then you can confirm the failed bearish move because of the next candle that comes out after this wick shows up by it being pushed down. Actually, no, this candle was actually going to, you can see by volume stack that the buyers were the ones who won that candle at the end. So they pushed up right here. So this is when the move started happening, right here. Wow. So depending how quickly the volume did end up picking up, because, not seeing it in live time, this is back tested charting. So this is just standard procedure bullish candle setup. And when you see just a push up, when this candle looks like that, okay, it's green. This candle goes all the way down here, but ends up looking like that, and it pushed up at the end. So that's what I'm saying. So it's not like the sellers did it, the buyers did it, right? It's not like the seller did it, you know. Gap here on the 15-minute. Gaps will fill, right? Not when you think. Gaps will wick. Right, okay. We all see what happened there. Wow. Okay, yeah, so we look for that setup. You see, you see it on more time frames, the better, and you will. That's why we go through the time frames. Gap. Wow, right? Oh yeah, this is a bullish setup right here because comes back up, the next candle opens, and it keeps going down. I'm sorry. It keeps going up. Indicated by strong volume. Sellers to buyers, buyers to sellers. And then this area right here, this is ever so subtle, but ever so there. Kitty ears. Kitty ears. Ah, shit. Kitty ears. Meow meows. Okay. And then could have had funsies with this. On strong volume, the bulls just went on parade into the next candle. Cool. Shit volume. Everything died here. So this is a setup day, and we're only going by the 15-minute. So this is what I'm going to close on. So this is an intraday setup for the next day, because look what happens the next day. Kitty ear setup. And then we go up, brothers. So this is establishing a trend, and then look what happens. It's there, guys. Zoom out, because what's there? It's kind of hard to pick up, right? I picked up on it. Maybe you did too. Right before I even draw it, right there. It's there. And then you're gonna just know what's gonna happen, Captain. What's there? Guys, it's there. Do you see? do you see? Zoom out. Check it out. You got a free lesson. And that was without EMAs. Yeah, that's it.